Hello, welcome to Bay of Funny Fortunes. I'm Natalie. I'm an empath, intuitive card reader, and a visionary as well. I'm here this evening to do the general weekly reading for the sign of Virgo, the Ram, for the week of the 19th through to the 25th of June, 2017. So I'm just getting my smudge up here for you guys. It smells fantastic. Oh, it's so nice. Well, that was quick. I hope it continues to give me everything I need. Thank you for this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we'll do the cards. Oh, this is lovely. And this is for you guys, Virgo. Enjoy. I wish you guys could smell this. I lost one of my stones, just fell off. Oh, way over there. I'll get it later. I like it to burn a little bit longer than 30 seconds, but I should just have a can of butane here. I ain't go, psh. There. It feels great. The heat, the smell. Campfire in the hand. There we go. So now all we have to do is to get the cards all shuffled up. This is general reading, which may or may not resonate with some of you on a personal level. If you want a specific reading, there's a reading that is specific for you, just for you, and private and personal. I do offer the service for that, of course. Just look down below. We're in the show more section. If you read through there once and just ship me off an email, my email address is right there, and I use that email for everything. And I'll get you taken care of. The readings have been... Now, you're my fourth for this week. I've got 3 done. And I don't know what to say. Sometimes the readings are all good. Sometimes they're all not so good. Sometimes they're kind of heavy. I find they're all over the place this week. Whatever. Nothing else, they'll be interesting. And I hope that they leave some of you with optimism, hope. We all need that. Most of all, I hope you enjoy it. In the end, in the bigger picture, even though destiny will quietly and softly nudge us where destiny wants us to go, in the end, at the end of the day, in the bigger picture, we have final say. That's usually where things get messed up. We shouldn't be left to our own devices. And Virgos. I like Virgos. I have Virgos that are family members and they're friends. And they're all really nice people. Basically, overall, they're really nice people. I think that was just an ash floating in the air. It wasn't a fairy, so don't message me and say, I seen a fairy flying around. But I'll tell you this. There was one video I did months ago, and I reviewed the video. And I looked, I said, what the hell is that? And it was no bigger than this fingernail. And it had little wings that shot up like that. And it was all white. Only one other person seen it and they couldn't explain it. I said, it's not an ash just floating down. This came from behind my shoulder. I was in a place where there was no windows. It was at my son's house. There was no windows. There's no breeze. And it came from around my shoulder and flew. Just like, and I just couldn't believe it, what I was seeing. I went back to review the video, and like I said, I wasn't the only one that saw it, and it was gone. It wasn't in the video. What the heck was that all about? I don't know. I always try to be logical about everything first, and if I can't explain something with logic, then there's something to it. All right, I could just feel that. These are your cards, Virgo. This is from the 19th through to the 25th. I'm just going to lay them out. Oh, wow. And then we'll go through them. There's Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday. I don't like him. You'll see who he is at the end. Not to worry. Very first card that's come up for you is the card of death, and it's all about transformation. It rarely means death, unless the reader picks up on that intuitively. And I've yet to pick up on any deaths. Not this time around. Years ago it happened, and years ago it was the Ace of Spades used to be the death card. People would gasp in horror if the Ace of Spades showed up. Today that's completely different. It's been altered quite a bit. It's quite the opposite. So here we are. Usually this means a second turn, a second chance, a second shot at life, reinventing yourself, starting over again, finding a new purpose. That's what this card is basically, the essence of it is all about. So the card is telling you right off the get-go that there's a huge, huge change coming for some of you. General reading, please remember that. Or it's a huge change, a transformation of sorts. And the card is giving you a heads up. The destiny's going to step in here a little bit. I'm cold. I keep pulling these sleeves down. They keep riding up, and they're very pretty too. See, but destiny and karma in your fate is telling you something's about to be removed from your life, taken out, completely gone, so that something new is ready can move in to take its place. Something new is waiting in the sidelines for you. It's going to transform some of your lives. This could be with work, like your job, relationships. Some old habits, maybe, are going to die off and be removed, and just old ways of being, becoming stale in your life, and almost having an epiphanous moment where, whoa, I don't have to live like this. Things can be different. I'm the one in charge of my life. You know, it's sad that people let other people dictate to them how they'll live, and this kind of thing, because you're born alone, you die alone. And I'm real stubborn that way. Nobody tells me what to do. If I do something, it's because I've come to that decision on my own. If somebody tries to make me, I just remember that. You're not going to be holding my hand and jumping into the grave with me when I go. I'll do as I please with the gifts I've been given and the life that I've been given. I wasn't given life and put on this earth to be given to somebody else, to hold as, you know, and people forget that. And I don't mean that in a male-female sense. I mean that for any human being, right? So death will clear, death is coming in here to clear the way, and to clear confusion. And it's going to clear it in the most natural way possible, all right? This card also brings new people, new ideas, and new opportunities into your life. And for some, a whole new era is going to beckon. It's the beginning of a whole new era in your life that'll last for many years to come. The advice is allow what will be, and don't resist any changes that come your way. Don't, you know, if you resist change, you're dead. All right? If you resist change, you have shortchanged your life, is what you do when you resist change. Go with it. Accept it. Trust. Your keywords are rebirth and endings, change, beginnings, release, relief, and conclusions. That's your Monday. Big changes on the 19th, on this Monday. Excuse me one moment. It's a little late here, so I got my tea on the go, so. And it's quite chilly here. That's warming me up, keeping me warm. That's why I wore this top. It's a little heavier. Certainly not meant for warm summer nights, which we should be having, but we're not. Two of Pentacles and options on Tuesday. A decision is underway. For some of you, you're considering some options, and some of you, there's a few of you. I just seen one person, and then boom, it's gone again. But somebody's sitting there is what I got. It was so quick, I can't even tell you what they look like. But somebody's got some big decisions to make, and they're weighing their options very, very carefully right now. You know what's going on when I start talking like that? Is my intuition and what I'm hearing here from the guides, they almost drown out my own voice kind of thing. So I'll miss things when I'm speaking, and that's what it is. It's an audio thing, but it's a mental, intuitive thing that gets a little loud sometimes. So I don't even hear myself or hear myself think. So when I mess up my words, that's what's going on here. Um, right now, some of you, rather than take any action, you're being very careful. That's the wisest thing that you can actually do. You're weighing your options before taking any action at all. Some of you are contemplating looking for another job. You're already in a job. Some of you are not working and you're still looking for a job. Good feelings there for you. I just heard. For some of you, you'll land that job that you're wanting. Some of you are looking to further your education, so you're checking out different schools to see where it is that you want to study and where you think you'll be accepted into as well. Some of you are looking for potential. See what I mean? I was going to say potential. That was a fly. Potential new homes. And some of you are looking to go away, feeling a need to get away from it all for a little while. You'll be looking at different places, brochures, travel agencies, talking to friends, getting ideas, this kind of thing. The advice of the card, you need to scrutinize all offers and any financial agreements as well. Don't let people think for 1 minute you can have the wool pulled over your eyes. Don't let them even think, because you're such a nice person, Virgo, right? Be very sharp. Most Virgos are very sharp. They're very quick. They're intelligent. You can't pull the wool. You know what? They'll keep poker face. If they're reading a contract in front of the person that they're signing the contract with, and if they see red flags popping, you wouldn't know it by watching their face. They're that good at it. It's not even that they do that deliberately. It's just the way they are. No expression. Hard to read at times, Virgo. You are. But look for long-term gains rather than the short-term, okay? That's the bigger picture. You need to focus on the bigger picture. This is all going down on Tuesday. So, big decisions to be made on that day. And your keywords are choices, property, finances, balance, judgment, contracts, and details. Anybody looking for potential new homes right now, I just heard that you need to bring in one of those companies. There's one, they're like called Pillar to Post. And they go through the whole building inside out. They turn it inside out, looking for things that could be wrong with the home that are being hidden from you before you sign your name on those papers that are going to close the deal. Be very, very careful. Cars too. I'm hearing something to do with cars. Your next card on your Wednesdays, Two of Cups, beautiful card. It's all about partnership. This card also right off can represent everlasting life. A love, not everlasting. Everlasting love. A love partnership to last a whole lifetime. Whoever you're with, if you're feeling that you still are very much in love with them after quite some time has gone by, get comfortable. It's going to be there till the very end. This card represents romance, also business partnerships as well, where like-minded people come together and they meet and they click, and new friendships are going to be born on this day. This card brings very rewarding experiences as well. Your outlook on life becomes more wider, broader. You're going to be learning so much, and you know that all of a sudden by meeting somebody here on this day, you're going to realize, oh boys, is this going to be a fun friendship? Somebody you just click with, a lot of likes. You're very compatible. And they know stuff about stuff that you wanted to know about for so long, and they've had hands-on experience, and vice versa for them as well. You're just two peas in a pod, and some of you are going to make some lifelong great friendships on this day. You're going to be nurturing your interest, and some of you are looking to take a course or find a proper teacher. For some of you, this could be a spiritual leader that you're looking for at this time. The advice of this card is to look for others to share your visions with. If they're not being plunked right in front of you or crossing, put right in your path in the run of your day, you may need to, keep your head above the crowd, and don't dismiss anybody that you come into contact with. That would be destiny bringing you together and bringing you what it was that you wanted to have. Your keywords for this card are partnership, creativity, communication, travel, planning, education, and inspiration is just popping right off the card. This is a very inspiring card that can cover a lot of things. Partnerships, partnership is like flashing for me. Bang, bang, bang. No, I think that's all I got. Your Thursday, Four of Wands, or Swords, I'm sorry. It's all about recovery. For some of you are needing a relationship break. Just had this conversation on Facebook with somebody that went on for an hour. But some of you are needing a break. Boredom has set in for some. A lot of stress. Somebody's partner, their mate, somebody's mate is being kind of heavy-handed and overbearing. And the other person, which is you, Virgo, are feeling like I need to be able to breathe here. I need a break. I love this person dearly. I don't want to break up with them. I just want the break so I can catch my breath. And maybe if I'm gone for a bit, maybe they'll appreciate me a little bit more. Your partner, your mate, your spouse has gotten to the habit of talking to you in a certain way. And they love you dearly, but the way they treat you, the way they speak with you, the tone that they use, and for some of you it's a tone of annoyance that they speak to you, or frustration or impatience with you. They've gotten into the habit of just talking to you that way. They don't even realize they're doing it a lot of the time. So this break away, maybe if you remove yourself for a few days or a weekend or a week or a couple of weeks, whatever, maybe they'll wake up and realize the way they've been, the way that they've been treating you. This is a complex situation is what I'm feeling. Very complex. Because Virgo, you're the type of person, you're not going to sit and be handled by anybody. But you've grown over time to love your mate. Put it that way, your partner. And you've invested a lot. So you're not about to just lightly get up and say, well, I'm done, I'm walking away. You want the break. You feel the break will save you and your relationship. Go for it. Quiet time is needed. Also, this would be an opportunity for you to pamper yourself, to look after yourself, to recuperate, and enjoy just a more gentle pace of life in the everyday scheme of things for a little while, and carrying that back with you into the relationship when you do return. This 4 also shows that some plans are on hold for you as well. The advice of the card, accept that this is how things need to be just now, and progress is to be made when the time is right. Timing is everything. As a friend once said, divine timing is everything, and time can be divine for man, for us, the human race. In nature, it's not. It's nothing. It doesn't exist. So, your keywords are inaction and time away. I got a case of the eyes. Oh, I just keep yawning. I'm sorry, and I'm not tired. I had a 3-hour nap. Your keywords again: inaction, time away, taking a relationship break, some healing and peace going on for somebody, stillness and rest. Peace, stillness, and rest is really popping off the card. And I feel that there's going to be quite a handful of you that are sliding into that zone of getting in touch with yourself, with nature around you, and just learning how to just be in the moment and be still. You don't have to be running Harry Carey 24/7 or 12 hours a day. or hearing wah, 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 coming from every direction. We need more alone time. We need more stillness and more rest, because life as we know it, and everyday life and the people in our lives, it that makes our lives full. But on the other hand, we're missing the things that keep us whole. Being in touch with the world around us, being in touch with ourselves, it's highly important. Take that break if you can manage it. On your Friday, the Nine of Wands, it's all about defense. Okay, so right off, these two are overlapping, and just use your common sense. Doesn't take a psychic to figure this one out. That for those of you that want to take that break without breaking up, you're going to find yourself on the defense, because accusations are going to start flying in for some of you, all right? It's not going to be an easy haul. If you feel strongly enough you need that break, then you take the break. Let the chips fall where they may. Come back home and clean the mess up when you're back. You're fully exerting yourself. This is for some of you. Feeling highly protective of your job right now. Defending your property, what is yours, what you own. And defending your own actions as well. Feeling a need to stand by your actions from your past. So it comes down to, if you had the past to do it over again, would you do it differently because now people are having a problem with it? Or would you stand by what you had done, decisions you had made, and say, if I had to go back and do it all over again, I'd do it exactly the same way. I'm not changing anything, and I'm not apologizing for anything that I've done. I did what I thought was right at the time. You know what? At the end of the day, that's all you can do. Do what you think is right in that moment. That's all you can do. And hope for the best. Some of you may be holding on to the past as well. Excuse me. Here we go again. Tickle. I'm sorry about that, because I know that's loud over the camera. Very sorry. Some of you may be holding on to the past due to fear, and you won't let go. And you explain it as, well, I have to watch things. I have to be on top of it. I can't let go of it. I have to hold on to that so I can keep my eye on it. But is this feeling, is this a need for constant diligence, an exhausting habit? Is that what some things, that's what we're comfortable to, even if it's a fear-based thing, we're comfortable holding on to something like that. And why we won't let go is we're afraid of the unfamiliar coming in to take this place of something that, yes, it may be terrible, but it's familiar, you know it. So this can become more of a habit than it is a free choice. Some people could say, well, I'm holding on to that for a reason, and when it's done, and I'll move on. Your advice is protect what is yours, but free up your thinking, create some mental space for your future. Have a little compartment back here and start storing your future plans in there. Make your bucket list for life. Your key words are determination, sacrifices, challenges, a lot of hard work, protection, rigidity, and fear. And some of you are being very rigid because you won't let go of the past and old fears as well. It's a very long, strong part of that card. Your next card on your Saturday, 3 of Wands, is all about motivation. Energy and enthusiasm to everything in love predicts new relationships. So for some of you, there is new love coming into the picture. Aren't you lucky? There'll be celebrations for some of you as well, where engagements are going to take place or be announced, and weddings as well will be coming up. And this is on your Saturday, so some of you will be attending weddings or engagement parties, get-together celebrations. This is also the card of travel, so some of you will be traveling. Some of you are going to be involved with something to do with the arts and sports on Saturday as well. And I'm seeing a gallery hop as far as the arts go. And sports is probably a sports event. The card is telling you have a dynamic mind That will bring you the greatest results when you're putting yourself out there and you're going through your day. So do that. Finding unusual ways to solve dilemmas can bring success as well. Um, to Sometimes it's almost like you have to do a pantomime to get your message across to people. If that's what it takes, metaphorically or literally, then go for it. Some of you you're doing this against the wall, banging your head against the wall, saying people aren't hearing me. Why are they not hearing me? My God, what is wrong with? Is everybody around me dumber than a bag of rocks? Why doesn't anybody see this? Is it just me? Maybe I'm the one. Maybe I'm the one that's got something wrong with them, but I don't think so. Well, sometimes you need to try different ways and get real creative to get your messages across. That may be the road you have to take on your Saturday. Your keywords are travel, relationships, freedom, openness, weddings, originality, success, the arts, and sports are all being highlighted on this day. On your Sunday, your final card is the Knight of Cups. He's all about proposals. I call him my waste of space. Sometimes other things come through with this card. It's not always that bad. But the thing is with this guy can be an energy. He's usually a real person, though. And what you got to do, and if he's an energy, all the red flags should be going off when this guy walks onto the scene. He is, his intentions are good. He's a very excitable, very colorful, very vivacious personality. And people notice when he's around, and he loves that. He loves having the floor and being the center of attention. The thing with this guy is he's what you call over ambitious, but he's running in one spot and he never gets anything done. Nothing he ever brings up or gets people involved with, these grand scheme ideas that he has all the time, ever pans out. If this person shows up in your day on Sunday, and if he has a proposal of some kind for you, put him to the test. Humor yourself in him and put him to the test to see what he can actually do. Because this guy is just not a realist. He lives in fantasy world. He believes in all his own fantasies. So he can be very convincing to people that don't know him very, very well or are just meeting him. They think, wow, what a character. Boy, he's exciting just to be around. Well, we're not all exciting just to be around. We're really not. Not on the mundane, everyday bit of life. And when you see that, red flag should be going off. Who can hold that level of excitement all the time, 24/7? That's pretty hard to do. But for people that don't know him, but they'll soon learn that he's not consistent in anything. That's probably the biggest thing. And the fastest thing you'll learn about this guy is he's all talk and no action. Nothing ever pans out. Nothing ever materializes. So your keywords are offers and dreams, love, illusion, imagination, fantasy, and infatuation. And also, for the ladies out there is what I'm hearing. This is for the women, that some guy may approach you on this day, all right, and try to sweep you off your feet. If that's how you want to, if you're up to that, go ahead and be swept off your feet. That's your choice. But just be forewarned, and you're given a heads up here that nothing is going to develop or grow from this guy, all right? You can be highly flattered, enjoy him in the moment, but it's going to burn out real quick. He's just like one of those sparklers. They only last, what, maybe 10, 15 seconds, and they're gorgeous when they're all lit up and they're all sparkly and spitting, little diamonds everywhere, you might say, in the nights, in the night air, and they're gorgeous, and you're mesmerized by them, by the beauty of them, and then they go, and they're done. That's what's going to happen with this guy. So be careful, Virgo. Well, that was your reading, Virgo. I hope that you liked the reading. I hope, if anything, you were entertained by the reading. I hope it gave you a little bit of hope for some of you, a little bit of clarity, maybe. So thank you very much for being here, and thank you very much for coming by. It's been great. To the subscribers on YouTube and in the Facebook group under Bay of Fundy Fortunes, which are all welcome to join us there. Thank you to everybody. Your support is everything. I know it takes a few extra minutes, makes the video a little bit longer. Most of you probably shut me off already now that the reading's over. I'm a realist. What can I say? But for those of you still hanging on, if you're new to the channel, if you haven't subscribed, please do. You can also find Bay of Fundy Fortunes on Twitter and Blogspot and Google, YouTube, and Facebook. As well. It matters not to me where you watch them at all, as long as you're comfortable and you're enjoying the readings. If you like the reading, as I said earlier, you can just get in contact with me. My email's down below in the more show more section. Also, I'm just going to sign off and say goodnight and say from my heart to yours, I thank you very, very much for your support and your interest and for being here. Thank you for taking the time. And if you're ever looking for me, you can find me right here in Bay of Fundy Fortunes, right where I sit, or walking on the beach down below, walking along the water's edge that hold the highest, mightiest tides on the whole planet, the beautiful, bountiful Bay of Fundy. And I am a high tide junkie, therefore, you can always catch me waiting at the next high tide. Thank you very much. Good night, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye for now.